Good day, everyone. I'm talking from France, and I would like to talk to you about what is happening in this country right now. As you can hear, English is not my mother language, so but I think I can talk enough clearly for you can understand me. So I would like to talk about this Charlie Hebdo story. I deliberately put this picture. I am a Syrian baby. This is my answer to what is happening right now. I am totally amazed about the hypocrisy of the French people, the hypocrisy of the French TV, the hypocrisy of the governors, the rulers of this planet that are spreading this propaganda TV lies. I am fed up with all that. I would like to begin with this hypocrisy of the people, and why I could say also that people among those crowds all around the country and all around the world also, those crowds are people that have crocodile tears. You say that? Crocodile tears, you know? Crocodile tears, I think you say that when people cry, but this is cinema. Today many people have crocodile tears. What is important and what they are saying all the time, we are united against terrorism. This hypocrisy, the nest of it is Syria. I mean, for France, could be other countries because France is not giving weapons only to Syria, of course. People, when they work, they pay taxes. And people that do work pay more and more taxes. And they both have also more and more taxes. So they have to pay less and less and less. In those taxes, most of the time, all the money that is from those taxes go to the research or the wars. Mainly wars and research. Wars and research are linked. I'm not talking about science, I'm talking about research, this foolish quest of the progress that is killing humanity, but it's not a problem. Okay, let's go. Anyone is okay, let's go to death and let's put our children to death, and this is it, no problem. Our socialist president, because let me tell you that when you vote for a socialist person, you don't expect this person to go to war as soon as he arrives. As soon as he put his ass on the throne, this man, sorry to be vulgar like that, but this is it, right? As soon as he put his ass on the throne, he went on war. This is incredible. This was fantastic to see him immediately arriving on the Élysée, going into war. Socialist person that is supposed to think about social before this false security that we eat every day. If you're not hungry, this is not normal. I mean, peace and love and this is not normal. I am amazed about what is happening. I am amazed to see that those people don't see the reality. Or, I mean, don't want to see the reality, because they know this reality is here. You know, they are totally awakened. There is no person that is sleeping. All people know what is happening. We are not people. We are intelligent. So people know exactly what is happening. But they don't want to see that the President Hollande sent weapons to Syrian rebels. In which camp are these rebels? I don't know in which camp they are. And I don't need to know in which camp they are, because this is not a good thing at the base. This is not a good thing to give weapons in the hands of rebels, because they will become stronger, they will go into the villages, and they will ask people to do what they want to do. It has happened many times. Sometimes the rebels are not with the people. Usually they want to be supported by the people to get the power. But during the time they take the power, because it apparently this is the way it's gonna be. Those rebels will be tomorrow at the government. Those rebels, I mean, what kind of rebels? So those people are not, eventually they are not good people. I ask you the question, what would be the consequences of that? Between the time they would get the power, they would kill people, they would kill innocent people. Because some of them that have the power would do bad things. What do you do with weapons? You kill. I mean, you threaten people. We know that this is no good, so why we have to give our money to this? How many people die today? How many people died today since this morning in Syria? Yesterday, the day before yesterday, and the day before and before and before. I don't see this unity in the street for those people. I don't see compassion. I see compassion for 12 people that died yesterday, and that was supposedly representative of free speech. We are not living in a free-talking country. We are not living in a free speech country. This is totally hypocrite. And this is here the hypocrisy of our government and of our media. We are not living in a free speech country. This is totally wrong. I would like to come back 2 years ago, in December 2013, with the case of this humorist called Mbala Dieudonné. You heard about it because he became famous all around the world because of his anti-Semitism. Okay, so this is difficult to explain that part because when you have a propaganda, you have a diabolic, not Manichaeism, but Machiavellic scheme behind. And here, the Machiavellic scheme is to say that everyone that is talking about things that would show the real face of their diabolic plan are anti-Semite, or are complotist, or are theorician of the complot, or revisionist, or negationist. Revisionist is not a bad word, but they transform it in a bad word. This is the Machiavellic plan of it. And this is the case for Mbala Dieudonné. Because when you spread the idea that a person is anti-Semite, oh, what a horror. This guy is anti-Semite. After what the years and years put in our brain that the Jews suffered in the Shoah, in the camps, which is right, I believe in it. But they were not only the people that have been killed. Many other people were killed. And many other people from other culture or religions. This is not only the Jewish. Essentially, we hear, and some people know, essentially the Jews and the Bohemians. They were the Tzigans. They were those culture. So this man met, I don't know if you know the story, I'm going to try to be short. This man met a man called Faurisson, Robert Faurisson, I think. And this man is now a kind of old man, and he wrote about the Shoah. I think he passed his life researching on the Shoah. And what this Faurisson said is that the weapons used in the camps were not the Zyklon B. It could not be the Zyklon B, because if you use Zyklon B, you have to be really protected, and this was not the case in those buildings. And he obtained really good information from people there, because he went there, of course. He visited some camps, or one, I don't know. People say that he could have research on other camps, but I think he made a lot of research. You can't write everything you have in your head. I mean, you have to synthesize. So they met each other. maybe Dieudonné knew before about this lie, because as for Risson, this is a lie. The manner in which those person died was not coming from the second beast. This is a lie. Then he attacked the tribunal of Nuremberg. That happened, if I remember, December 45, so very soon after the end of the war. And he said that the 4 men that was there was amazingly not in measure to judge someone as long as they were killing people massively all around the world at that time. This is really weird. I mean, it happens that I don't know where, maybe I made an error with the date of the Nuremberg. I don't remember. I don't want to go and see now, but he pretends, Risson said that the day after the tribunal opened, or during the tribunal, I don't know, but I think the day after it opened, there were the atomic bombs in Asia. Russia had killed many people. The USA had to give money for the war, have give money to Hitler with the English Queen and probably many royal families. And the other I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know the subject. I'm talking like that because it comes. But you can do research about it. So, what's the Machiavellic plan about Risson? This is to tell that he's a negationist. That is refusing the fact that the Shoah existed. But he doesn't refuse that the Shoah existed. He never said that the Shoah didn't exist. He said that not so many Jews died as the Jews said after the war, and it was proven since. So he didn't lie about that. It is officially recognized since. Then he said that the weapon is not the weapon used, and then he said that how those people can judge a dictator if they are dictator themselves. So what is wrong with that? This is a reality. So this man became a negationist and, of course, you guess, an anti-Semite. But he's absolutely not anti-Semite. Or maybe he is. But I don't care he is. What he's saying is just brilliant. This is true. Those 3 things are true. Then I didn't read all his book. So Dieudonné is a provocative. He's less caca prout prout than Charlie Hebdo for me. But he met Risson and he invited him to come on stage once, or maybe, I don't know, maybe many times, or not many times, but sometimes. He invited it in a theater. There were conferences, there were a kind of politic emerging and politic group emerging from this place with a representative of many cultures, unless I think they were not Sunnist Islam, from Islam, but only Shiite, and this is why I said I wondered why. I mean, this is not a good thing if Sunnite and Shiite can be together. You see the division. They are supposedly from the same prophet, but they quarrel each other. Like the Protestant and the Catholic at one time, or, I mean, this is it. This is like that. This is not a chance, a hazard. Not a hazard. This is a French word, hazard, and for you this is not the same. This is not a chance. This is not by chance. Then Dieudonné was on TV one day and he put a Jewish hat with this curved hair on each side of the face, you know. And he made a show, and at the end he made the Nazi signal, the Nazi sign with the hand. clapped his boots, and it was a real Nazi sign. I mean, this was really terrible, but I remember I laughed because I saw it directly. I saw it when it happened. I was before my TV, so I laughed because we are in France. We always laughed about that. I mean, look at Louis de Funès, a humorist from the 50s, the 60s, in a movie called Le Grand Restaurant, when he suddenly gets a mustache done by the light, and it makes a shade on his mouth, upon his mouth, and above, and suddenly he said to the man here that is a German person, he said, he asked what he wanted in his menu, and he explained a menu and said words in German like Kartoffeln, Herr Müller, and everyone was laughing. Of course, he didn't make the Nazi sign, but you have many movies, many humorist movies, but comedy in which you can see this Nazi sign and people are laughing. I mean, this is not something that came from nowhere, and this is why Dieudonné didn't think that it would provoke all this hurricane of injuries and insults and rumors and everything he lived since. There was Forisson with his very bad anti-Semitism. Then when I think he said that when everyone turned his back, he could go and meet Forisson and Le Pen, all those people that the society didn't want to hear anymore. So this was, I think, still provocative, but I don't know very well. So Dieudonné made a spectacle 2 years ago that was called The Wall, Le Mur, in which he would have said some anti-Semitism thing, and as if he was pissing on a wall. This spectacle was forbidden immediately. He didn't have the right to make this spectacle, and after that, many mayors of the country prohibited his spectacle in the country. He had a bad time, and he decided to end representing himself in a bus. And 2 years ago, so when the spectacle, The Wall, came out, and then it was forbidden. Some theater, some place, not theater but building like Zenith and so on, accepted him, but many didn't. The Minister Valls made a war against this man, against this humorist. I mean, this was looking like the battle between Mitterrand and Coluche, this humorist that died in June 1986 by a motorbike accident. Anyway, so Dieudonné managed to go on representing himself, but he began to become more and more politic and put videos on internet like many people do, to give their opinion, but it turned very bad. It turned very bad, and I think, I don't know, I don't want to judge this for now, but and I don't care, because I am not interested in politics anymore. I mean, I don't vote, so I'm not interested in any person to tell me what I have to live, what I have to think. As long as behind all that nothing changes, like things that could have been repaired for centuries. I would have repaired it. Any one of us would have had time to repair it, but they didn't. So this Dieudonné was became an anti-Semite, and I think this was the message that you receive, all of you. Some of you believed it, and some didn't believe it. And this is a great thing, because even if those men are anti-Semite, this is good not to forget the message that is behind. And the message that is behind is that we are governed by Machiavellic persons and we have to do something, not open our eyes like the gurus are repeating all the time, because our eyes are open. This is a lie to say that people have to awaken. People are awakened, they just don't want to act. They are terribly scared about acting because they don't have solution. They think they don't have solution. So 2 years ago, a man was forbidden to represent himself, but no one went in the street for this man because this man was just a vulgar anti-Semite. So how could people would go out for Dieudonné? The minister Valls said that you are with Dieudonné or you are with us. You know, this was like Bush saying, you are with the terrorists or you are with us. This was exactly, verbally, the same thing. So people were aware. People, be aware. You are with Dieudonné or you are with us. And this threat is totally functioning. You can go and see the spectacles of Dieudonné and make your own opinion. And if then you don't like him so much like you liked it before, this is okay. You do what you want. The important is that you do what you want. This is freedom. There is no freedom in that country. If you follow Dieudonné, you are with him, you are not with us. Okay, so then the threat was worse because they say that they are going to arrest the people that go to his spectacles. I want to ask you the question, do you think that a minister from a republic that say that he's showing that we are living in a freedom country? Is it free to live in France? As long as you don't go to the spectacles of Dieudonné, you are free. I don't call this freedom, so this is why I say that they are hypocrites. This is all lies, and people know this is lies. But they play a comedy, like they have crocodile tears today for those 12 people that died. That the family cry, okay. The friends, okay. I can understand. But what they are doing, they are developing this energy right now all around in France. Do you think this is a good energy? This is totally ritual, what is happening today. This is a ritual. They took out the guards, they put trumpets. We hear the ring bells of Notre Dame for 12 people that died yesterday. I mean, this is very, very strange. And all those people are gathered today. This is a day of memory for those dead people. All the people are there gathering in France. They gathered yesterday evening. They gathered at noon today. Okay, so first the ring bells, then the silence, then the applauses. Do people know what energy is? I don't think they know what energy is. If they know what applause of thousands of people or hundreds of people is making. I don't know if they know what a sound from a ring bell that is coming low and low and low, even when you don't hear it anymore, is meaning. No, because you don't learn this. So this is happening today. People are there all around the world, gathered, crying for those people they don't know. But they don't cry for all the people, thousands and thousands of people that die every day from the taxes of their work. There's no unity there. They are Muslim people. They don't care about Muslim people. They don't care about black people that have nothing to eat in Africa since many, many, many years. If you want security, if you want peace in the world, then you have to take care of your children. Of any culture, of any color. This is it. This is not what those people are doing. I mean, they had the time to do this. What they do? What do they do? So this is totally hypocrite what is happening. I repeat this word, I'm terribly sorry. But this is it. They conduct people to those places. They took out the ground. They put the flag in a half-mast for 3 days. This is like heroes died. Heroes are coming after demigods, you know. This is great. This is like they made a spectacle like heroes died. While we are killing people, I mean we are indirectly killing people all over the world. You lived the 9/11. And 9/11 people spent years and years and years of investigation. It happens that it was an inside job and it was recognized for many people as an inside job. And what else? What happened? Your government is still in the traffic of weapons in the world and killing people. So where's our compassion? Where's the compassion of the French people now? Today, yesterday, where is the real compassion? The time stopped. I mean, this is like France is living. This is like we lost thousands and thousands of people, like in 2004 tsunami. This is totally crazy. They are talking about that all day, like the Twin Towers. I appreciated Cabu because Cabu was a peculiar person. He was really kind, and I don't know really what he was, you know. I don't really know. I never met him. So I never met those persons, and I didn't buy this newspaper because I bought many, one or two, but I didn't buy this newspaper because I don't like their humor. I mean, this is a kind of taste. This is my taste. Everyone has it. I don't like this kind of dark humor. I don't think I like dark humor so well. You can say that people are gathering for this memory, but there is something behind that. I mean, they gathered these people. This is perfect if you want to use a weapon against those people. Whatever, even an invisible weapon, you know, a directed weapon of electromagnetic wave, this is perfect. People don't see the sky is all white for days and days and days. And here in Paris, it seems to be also white, so you absolutely can see what is behind the clouds. So this is perfect to use it, very perfect. And then you make do what you want to those people. I'm looking at them right now on TV. They are gathered on places with those politics, with those flags, you know, the thing you put on your vest. The blue, white, red flag of France. I mean, it's like a general that died. I mean, this is totally unbelievable. This is unbelievable what is happening. I can't believe it. I am not supporting this at all. I can't understand this. My brother called me and he sent me a message, yesterday, an SMS, and he said, we gather at 7 p.m., you know, in the major place of the town before the mayor house. And I didn't notice it because I don't often look at my cell phone. I don't like my cell phone so much, and I didn't open my TV yesterday, so I had the news only at 8:30. I answered to him today, and I told him that I was not Charlie. I was maybe a bit brute, but I answered to him that I wasn't Charlie and that I would go out when people would have this unity also for the Syrian people. I mean, no one moves for the wars. No one is acting for those things. Not no one, I say no one because this is a habit to say that this is stupid. I mean, there are people that are working very hard for making this world change. And I believe one person can change the world contrary to some persons. Because we have many, many examples that a man alone can change the world. I mean, many, many examples. So I'm sure that there is a lot of work, and even the investigation of 9/11 was not vain. I mean, this serves many things. But then we don't have solution. This is like we have a block, we have a break. Here we have the perfect example of the hypocrisy and the lies of the government, the lies of the propaganda TV, and the lies of the people that they make to themselves. This hypocrisy is seen through the people. It is coming from the government to them. And it's coming from them to the government because the government is doing bad things abroad. It pretends that it is doing this for good things, but in real, the consequences are always bad. I think past showed us this so truly. And then the people let the government do because they don't want to act, they are scared to act. So this is like a, communicating vase, and it never stops. Today, seeing all those people in the street is comforting the government, totally comforted the government. Because the government is doing the same thing. The government has taken out the guards, the horses, the trumpets, the flags, and this is like, this is like a pope died. I mean, this is totally orchestrated what is happening. Anyway, the government is totally with the people, and this is great for him, this is like a reunion, and at the same time it appears like a ritual. I was watching at Images earlier, and I was looking at the president, how he was walking until he stopped and turned like a man from the army, exactly at a point where there was like a copper plate on the ground. And I said to myself, this is like a ritual. It looks like a rite of war, rite of sacrifice. And then just after, the image was the image of a woman that was having tears in her eyes, and the woman that was talking on the image said that people came here with a pen in their hands as a memory of the 12 persons died yesterday, but especially the 8 journalists died yesterday, because the 4 other people didn't write on this newspaper, apparently. This journalist said of that woman crying, not crying, but tears in her eyes, said that they came with this pain. This was like a ritual. I mean, I was thinking about that just seconds before. Yes, this is exactly that. You see a ritual and they tell it to you. This is totally absurd, but this is it. They tell it to you. Look, this is a ritual. This is like a ritual of sacrifice. This is really, really weird. The cover of... I'm going to go back to Charlie Hebdo because everything is coming from this newspaper. This was not the first time that Charlie Hebdo was attacked, because I think in 2006 or 2011, I don't remember, 2011 I think, there was an attack on their offices, but they have left their offices not so long ago before they changed. So they were not there, but some people sent cocktail Molotov. If I remember, many archives were lost, and it happened apparently in response of caricatures made by the Charlie Hebdo about the Muslim prophet. There were many caricatures of the prophet or representation of ideas around Muslim, but not also. Charlie Hebdo was attacking anyone. This is like Dieudonné. Dieudonné is not making spectacles only about the Jews, but about all the people, the black, the white, the yellow, many colors. So Charlie Hebdo was like that too. And this is where I found it hypocrite, if we think a bit. Charlie Hebdo knew that this was provocative. He knew that making caricatures of the prophet was provocative. Okay, you do it once, you make people laugh about it. But then why doing it again and again? And apparently they were about to put the caricatures of Muhammad another time just before they were killed. This is what TV said. I don't know if it's true. This is maybe told for we think that it was for that they died. Maybe they died for that. I don't know really. I don't trust TV. And I have many reasons not to trust TV. They did it again and again. Of course, you can say what you want. You can draw what you want. It is like those caricatures were only directed to the terrorists. Those caricatures they published, they are oriented to all the Muslims. This is like you misrespect, because the Muslims don't do drawing about their prophet. They don't have the right. They don't have the right to have icons, to have images representing their God or representing their prophet. Any Muslim. This is why when you enter a mosque, you don't have images, you don't have icons. This is free. This is free walls of nothing. So when Charlie Hebdo makes that, he doesn't have respect for Muslims. But not only the terrorists, but also the Muslim that are not terrorists. I mean, a terrorist is not Muslim. This is not going together. A Muslim is respecting the commandments of Moses, so he doesn't kill. If you kill, you're not Muslim anymore. So it is impossible to be Muslim and killer. This is not going together. This is just people that are coming from the generation of divided groups, years after years, centuries after centuries. People that think that killing is the answer. By killing the people that don't deserve it. I mean, why don't you kill the person that really make the bad? Why do you kill innocents? Why do you go into bars or into metro or into underground, or into all those places where you are going to kill innocents? This is not going together. I don't understand that people that want to revenge would revenge on innocent people. If you want to revenge about the people that came into your country and rape your daughter, or steal your garden, or I don't know, but the person that did that, not the innocent people, at the least, because I don't like the idea of killing. I mean, I would like all the weapons to be buried, just right now, because this is totally incompatible with nature of humanity, nature by itself. This is incompatible, totally. This is like something, a piece of the puzzle that is not going with us. And so going with us at the same time, but this is not going together for me. So first I would say that free speech, yes, but respect also. So we have people in the street with Muslim people, many Muslim people. Some Muslim people that say, we are not those people, we are not those killers, we are not like them. We don't want this. Of course. Many people don't want this. I mean, all the people don't want this. This is 2 guys that killed 12 guys, right? It makes 14, right? Now count how many people die every day from the French government. And those Muslims can't say anything. They don't have free speech. If they had free speech, they would say, we don't like this. We don't like Charlie Hebdo. I am not Charlie. Imagine the number of Muslims that have this paper today saying, I am Charlie. This newspaper that made a caricature of the Prophet. This is not that they like it. This is that they are obliged to accept it. They are obliged to say to themselves, okay, this is free speech. I accept the disrespect of this person. If we want to see things differently. So those people are into the street with other people that are not Muslim, and they are together into the street. In one hand, the Muslims that are not killers, that are people living here in France and want to be in peace like us. On the other hand, two Muslims that are killers. You make a caricature of my prophet, and now I'm holding this paper saying I am Charlie. This is totally incredible for me. I mean, this is hypocrisy for me. Because you have free speech, okay. This is not because you have free speech that you can't respect people. This is not wisdom. They want to draw caca prout prout and they want to laugh about it. They want to laugh about a dark reality where people are dying, suffering, are deporting every day. Thousands of people are deporting on this planet. But people are used to laugh. And they are so used to laugh. And they are so used to see reality in fiction and fiction in reality. So we are there with people in the streets together, good Muslim against bad Muslim, holding with French people, holding all this I am Charlie everywhere. And this newspaper made caricatures of their prophet. Many times that had disrespectful drawings about the culture. Dieudonné is the proof that free speech doesn't exist. Censorship on internet is existing. Many people really brilliant are censored every day, before their nose sometimes. There is no free speech, there is only speeches, lying speeches. No free speech. If you have free speech, you can say what you want, like Charlie Hebdo. You can make caricature of the prophet if you want. But this is not the case. I think since the end of the 90s, I don't remember exactly, you can go to prison if you write against the Tribunal of Nuremberg, 1945. You can go to prison. You don't have the right to talk about it. This is not free speech. This is absolutely not free speech. Telling every day on the TV that two Muslims killed those people. This is not telling the truth. This is not telling how the things are. Because this is telling how the things are. Because there is extremism. I don't hide myself. I don't hide my eyes. This is existing. But the thing that is not going right in this story is that they put on TV all day that they would have cried Allah Akbar when they went away. And this is all the same thing. Last month it was the same thing for another story. Allah Akbar when they go away each time. And even if we have 2-3 Muslims that are talking on TV, saying that they don't have anything to do with what is happening, that those Muslims are not Muslim because they are killers, what the people are memorizing is what they see repeated all the time, what they hear and see repeated all the time. And what is seen and heard all the time, this is that the Muslims are bad people, which is leading to racism against Muslim, I can believe, I am on Facebook, and I had to stop a friendship with a person. This was not a friendship, this is acquaintances on internet. This is really rare to find a friend on internet. He was so angry about Muslims that every day he was putting, I think he went on, he was putting horrific things about those people. I have Muslim friends, I have Catholic Jews friends, I had friends of many cultures, black friends, Vietnamese friends, Laos friends, from many countries. I never had problem with that. On the contrary, I like this. And I have Muslim friends. I am living with a Muslim, so I think I am well placed to talk about those people. Not better than a Muslim, but I am well placed to talk about what I feel about those people. The thing that people are going to memorize is only the fact that Muslims are bad, and this is not the case, because Muslims are like you and me. Most of Muslims today are not practicing, and when they are practicing, they not go to extremism. This is totally crazy, right? There is extremism in Judaism also. There is extremism in Catholic stuff also. There is extremism in families, in politics, extremism is everywhere. This is not a Muslim stuff, this is everywhere. And it is coming from the division made by the government, making you believe that is on your side. Many people say that for years now. This is not something I just discovered this morning, right? I found it hypocrite from those people to be reunited together for this newspaper. They are deranged people, they are fragile people, and when you do that, you provoke consequences. Of course, people will say, yes, but we don't have to mute because they are doing that. Oh yes, we don't have to mute. Of course we don't have to mute before terrorism. Before muting, thinking about being mute before terrorism, one should think about what we hear about terrorism. What is terrorism? Where it's coming from. You create this terrorism by your taxes and by your silence. And then you cry on the street, you cry on the places, and you say, poor of me, oh, this was free speech, they want to kill free speech. Before the Muslim, your government killed your free speech. This is what I can't understand. People are making they are making a part, they are playing a role. This is playing a role. Of course we don't have to mute before that. People, they are here in the street to show that free speech must exist. They are doing this to the terrorists. But where the terrorists come from? The terrorists come from our governments, because our terrorists are formed by our governments. In 2001, just after 9/11, in France, there was a beginning of clandestine groups of religious persons that entered the city, the suburbs of France. So this is not today that it is happening. Is the government about to tell us that they don't know that since 2001, clandestine groups were teaching an extremist or radicalist religion, taking the Quran as a support just to destroy the Islamic people, the Muslim people? No, it's not going to tell us that. So this is what I call hypocrisy, because people know that this chain reaction is existing, and they are here in the street for crying for 12 people that died yesterday. Of course they can cry for them, okay, if they want, but they can have a memory for people that die and so. But I'm sorry, if you do that for 12 people that died, you do this for all the people that you die indirectly every day. They don't have a plan, they don't have a plan, they don't have a work to change anything. They just glide on this lie every day. And everyone, I mean, mainly everyone on this planet, even the person that are thinking that they know something, are gliding on this. Because as long as you don't act for it, but I mean really act for it, as long as you don't do something to change, and talking behind his computer is not enough to change something. On the contrary, this is a static thing. It's okay, we had made all this investigation, now it's time to act. It's time to unite like that, but for the real cause. Not for just 12 people die, while thousands of people are killed. And the hypocrisy goes into that. 12 people died, but they never said the name of the 4 people that are not journalists. The people that are going out in the street, they are holding a pen. But there was a person that have been killed, that was a person that was cleaning the place. No one came with the cleaning stuff, but a pen, you know. This is for free speech. Oh, you Muslim radicalist, you won't let us mute. You won't make us mute. But you are mute, people. You are already mute. For years and centuries you are mute. Because it is really bad to say the reality, how the reality is. What people are doing for years and years and years is seeking for the truth. Seeking for the truth. The truth will make you free. That's true in a way. That's true. What I don't like it, seeking for the truth, is like, I would prefer, even if it's negative for the new age person, I would prefer looking for the lies, dudes. Because this is what is it about. This is not seeking the truth. This is seeking the lies. This is what we're doing for years. And we are like peeling an orange that has an infinite skin, you know. Like it never ends. Like we never eat this orange. So these guys came yesterday and they shoot for 10 minutes in the heart of Paris. Do you believe that? 10 minutes. The guys had the time for shooting for 10 minutes and no one came. I mean, no one came to arrest them. This was too... I mean, I don't know. There are no cops in Paris. I don't know where they were at that time. 10 minutes. Alright? So this is a bit weird. Then they went away and they lost them. There are not many cops in France. We're sorry. And this is why maybe Nicolas Sarkozy, that was received in the Élysée today, he never went to the Élysée before he left. It was the day of Sarkozy to come to the Élysée and give advice to Hollande, because apparently this is what he did. This is theater. What this man come to the Élysée to say to Hollande, hey guy, you know, you should close the town, because if you want to catch those men, you have to reinforce security. You know, this is, of course, this is a good word for Sarkozy's security, but also for the new president. Not so new. Anyway, so he came and said to the president, okay, man, you have to do that. Okay, you're right. So now you see on TV, the town is blocked. I mean, all the issues are closed. There are cops everywhere in the town, army everywhere, the BRI. I mean, this is totally crazy. 2 men killed 12 people yesterday, shoot for 10 minutes. They had the time to go away, and they wait until the day after, afternoon, around 1 p.m. to block this city. I mean, this is theater. Or they don't have brain, because I would have thought about this before. No, you wouldn't have think about this. It never happened before, I think. Since Sarkozy passed in the Élysée, the town is closed. I don't know if we can make a bridge between the two ideas, but it seems this is a consequence of the passage of our ancient president to the Élysée. So here we are. We are in a city that is totally full of cops. And Sarkozy said that the management of the security was bad and that we have to reinforce it. So this is again to bring more army, more weapons, more cops that are totally incompetent. I mean, those cops are incompetent. They pass more time beating the manifestants that are telling the truth than defending the people. I mean, this is a reality now. Those cops are maybe dragged, maybe draggy like the soldiers of Hitler. They make me think about them, you know. They will kill you, you know, if the government say kill this person, and even if you're innocent, they would kill you. I think they lost their head. Maybe of them are certainly accomplices, so sometimes they probably make false shooting, or I don't know. This morning there was a gunfire in the streets of Paris again, near Paris, in Paris. I mean, this is a man, a black man. Oh yes, yesterday a Muslim, today a black. Yes, couldn't be a white, you know. And this is a black man that killed a cop this morning. There was an accident and he arrived and he shot on this woman and an agent that was working in the street. A totally innocent person, I mean. Unless the cop wanted to shoot him, we don't know. Apparently she didn't use a weapon. We don't know. I wasn't there. It happened maybe at the same time than yesterday. For me, this is a way of make accept to people that they are going to reinforce security. And people accept it heart opened. Because in the story of Charlie Hebdo, people are united, they are peaceful, they are all for the same cause. It creates a big energy. And when people are like that, you can make them swallow whatever you want. People are saying that they are not scared, they are not frightened about the terrorism, and they are in the street to show that they are not afraid. But the government is afraid. People are not afraid to be shot right now. They are in the street. Okay, guy, come if you want. I'm not afraid of you. If I die for this, I will have a heroic death. Even more if you're a Muslim, you know. The government is afraid. The government is very afraid. Or is not afraid because he knows what is happening. He knows that this is the consequences of his act, of its act. The government knows that. Only the people pretend not to know. They pretend to be afraid, and so they reinforce security for people. But this security, the more you have this security, the more we have problems. And the worst of it, the more we have this security, the more they take our freedom. And people are in the street right now, hand in hands, and this is like they were telling, hey, take my freedom again, come, take my freedom here. I am with a paper and I pretend to have free speech, but in real I don't have free speech. I don't have free speech at all, and I am here for you to take my liberty again. This is just crazy. People would take what I'm saying how they want. I don't pretend to have the truth, to be illuminated, that have all the answers. But what I see is that there is a lie. This lie, we all know about it, and we let it do, even if our children would die from it. So people stop pretend that you love your children. You don't love them. If you love them, you stop making as if you don't see, and you act. But you act intelligently. You don't act like that. You don't take 2 days of your life to put this sad energy into the street. For you, energy is nothing, maybe. But with this energy today, they can make many things. Or today, or maybe this is an old story. They give their freedom and they lose their freedom because there is no free speech. This is a lie. You look at TV, those news, all day there are maybe 4 subjects and they're all the same. Wailing all day. For 2 days this is a bit different because there are a lot of direct. People that enters the Elysee, that goes out of the Elysee, while they are looking for those 2 men. This is really weird what is happening. This is really weird because I see things differently. I know that it is at the less a consequence of what France does abroad, and at the worst this is an inside job. This is perfect. The 2 men are shooting for 10 minutes, then they left, they disappear, and we're looking for them. And during that time there is an orchestra of a défilé of VIP that are climbing the stairs of the Elysee. This is really weird. I mean, they are looking for 2 people, okay, but this is really strange. Okay, they killed 8 journalists, but people are blind because this is an orchestration. They are afraid of expressing their resistance most of the time, so they know that this is something that is going to put them into trouble, so they don't do it. But those who do discover that free speech has limits. It doesn't have limits in drawings like for Charlie Hebdo, because Charlie Hebdo has made many provocative drawings and respectful drawings. But this was their tone. They had been put into trial for that sometimes. This was their tone. But here you have a press that can express all that it wants, and a free speech that is forbidden for a part of the citizens. This is what I consider twisted hypocrite, because there is no free speech, or there is a limit to free speech, instead of doing as if it doesn't exist. Because this is a big problem, this is not something I discovered today. I mean, by myself, this is something that wise people told all over the world for years. There are not many, but they did. So this is absurd. This is absurd what is happening, because these are people are saying to terrorists, to Muslim terrorists as they say, they want mute, and they are here to show that they are not afraid and that the Muslim won't stop, those bad Muslim won't stop the free speech, won't kill the free speech, when there is no free speech. There is free speech when you are a sheep, but when you are a sheep, there is no question of free speech anymore. So all in all, this is totally absurd. When you indirectly attack the government because you discovered that something is not going right, then you see the limits of free speech. So we can talk about free speech in France when we can talk about the Nuremberg trials. This is the thing. As long as you don't destabilize their lies, this is okay. Free speech is open. The person has mute oneself. So this is something that is easy. They use TV. This is something that is common to do. This is something that works, that functions. So they're using it. People believe in it. People believe in those intelligent persons that are speaking on TV and those very intelligent persons that are governing them blindly. They don't know them. They don't see a second of their life by their eyes, but they believe in them like they were gods. This is totally amazing. If it was an inside job, it was a very good way to show that people are totally blind, because there is no reason in making all this stuff for 2 days as if it was, I don't know, as if the country was in danger. We are not in danger. For me, I am not feeling in danger. I hope they won't take my words to do worse things, but I know that what happened, even if I'm repeating myself, is the consequence of what the country made abroad and is making still abroad, but also about the drugs that are illegally passing in the country with the support of the government. Those guys from these suburbs, we are talking about children that are coming from a generation or generation from a generation that came to work in France. They were very bad received sometimes, often. They were doing most of the time the bad work, the hard work the white doesn't want to do. Spoiling hands, you see. And they put them in very ugly buildings. It was about to make home to many people, so they made those buildings very close one to another with bad stuff, bad materials, and they put them here. This is the case, they put them here. This is like a ghetto, or this is what it became in some places, in many places. Most of these persons smoke what we call shit, and this thing is very bad. The Machiavellic plans of the TV, the propaganda TV, is to make no distinction between cannabis and shit. And this is really weird because only unbrained people could mix them. If you don't know something about drugs or about plants, you could take a book or taste and make the difference. And I'm not talking about all those hybrid or feminized or eatable plants. I'm talking about the plant, the cannabis, the pure cannabis that is really, really difficult to find even in seeds, and not so easy to find the shit. You have on my left, for example, the plant that is coming from the earth, and on my right you have this black block of shit. This is well called. This is a piece of shit. And this is full of bad things. This is a killing things. This is a killing for neurology, the cells of the brain. This is really, really a bad stuff. And this is a drug, because you can put anything you want in it and you can make a person really full for that. When people are saying, oh, you're not addictive to cannabis, you're not addictive to the plant, but you can be addictive to shit, of course, because if the man is decided to put hard drug in the shit, you can be addicted to a dealer of your city, of your suburb. You don't know what you smoke. This is a black block and you don't know what it's in. Maybe your head is good, maybe your body is relaxed, but this is not good for your lungs, for your brain, for sterility, because it can bring to sterility. They put many bad stuff in it, and you know that. So better going for the plant, but the plant is forbidden in many countries. You don't have the right to have the plant because this amalgam, cannabis equals shit, but this is not the truth. Cannabis is the plant, shit is not the plant. Shit is a mix of many things that are mixed and mixed until it is falling in the hand of the dealer. So this amalgam is very good because they could forbid the plant. So there are countries that began in those last years to accept the cannabis. In Great Britain, it is class C for medicine. in the United States, while in Holland they curiously tried to stop the coffee shops, and then France doesn't change a penny about it, because France likes to say that shit is like the plant. This plant is curing many diseases, or at the least it stops the disease to grow. But it is forbidden. If a person is ill, it has to take allopathic medicine. Also, naturopathy is not recognized in France. You can have a professional place to be a naturopath, but this is not considered by the state. You can't have a diploma for that in France. So this is totally hypocrite. We are totally prohibiting a plant, the plants, the seeds, because there are trials against people that try to preserve seeds in France and all over the world. There is a woman in France that cured animals with oil, essential oil, I don't know if you say that, and natural practice, and the state put her on trial because she doesn't follow the European blah 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 stuff. But this is crazy. You don't have the right to use the plant, but you give shit to the young people in the city. So what is this government, people? This is crazy. Also, these guys that have been shot by a policeman, this guy was in France defending a plant, right? There was this idea of building a new dam, and this guy and other persons, a group of persons, were there to stop this building, or the beginning of this building. And this guy died, by a cop, but we didn't know first what it was. We knew by TV that he died, and then they construct a thing, and they said that this guy was a violent person, a terrorist. They were using words against this young person. This young person was in a group for years, and he was young, but he was in a cause for years to defend the nature, to defend what's left of our nature, and he was shot, and they're trying to make us believe he was a terrorist. He died for a plant. Do people gather in the street for him? What is more important? You force free speech or nature? So I say to myself that those people have lost their brain. They don't think about their children, because if they did, I repeat myself, but I'm sorry, if they did, they would stop this masquerade. They will stop this masquerade, because we are living in a country with no free speech, a country that is killing our seeds, our natural seeds, to replace them with seeds that are growing up sometimes with animal strains, right? I don't know what they're doing, but look at them. They are here in the palace with pillars, with their guards dressing really weird, and they are telling a story that it isn't true. This is not what is happening. If you like your children, the children of your country, you don't give them shit, right? You stop that. You stop this thing. And this is not only this is all these things that are coming from laboratories that are destroying the brain and the future of humanity. They don't see, or they see, but what are they doing under the rain with their pen? They are totally hypnotized. This is Hitler when he have this sign. They are here. They make me think about those robots. What are you doing here under the rain for your pain all the time? You don't do anything. You don't care for any children that is dying with your taxes. Come on. Stop playing the growing ups if you didn't grow up. I am talking about growing ups. I don't know, I don't know. They are singing like this is totally weird. I'm shocked. I'm shocked by what is happening. This country is governed by really weird persons that are lying to us. I don't know yours, but I am not living in the USA to judge by myself, but in my country, there is something happening that is totally weird. They are orchestrating something. They are using people They are against nature, they destroy nature, they lie about the health of human beings, about how the people could cure, because they want to keep laboratories open while people can cure themselves with plants, with nature, because it was like that before they decided to do that, or they came to do that. And we don't have to trust those people. We have to let those people fall. Those people have to fall because they lie, they kill. No, they don't kill, they don't have red hands. They give an order to kill. As long as our brothers and sisters abroad and our children of our country would be degenerated consciously, as long as a child doesn't have a drop of water to put in his mouth, well, you can make fall the rain, another hypocrisy, there won't be peace. There won't be peace. We don't build peace on wars. I mean, this is totally absurd. Another absurdity. Building peace on wars. They are passing one after one, making their discourse, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. They are always here after the battle. The guy have shot, and now they are making all the theater, all the cops and all. They do nothing. This is all theater. They do absolutely nothing. This is the first time we have this on TV, I wanted to say. Because of course the journalists and humorists, drawers that died were really famous in France and really loved for some. So they are talking and talking and talking about that. And apparently people are watching like me, because they go on and go on and go on. We should mute this TV and stop giving our energy to those people, because they don't have good aim, you know. I don't know if you met a liar in your life, a manipulative person. We are all a bit manipulative, I think. Sometimes we have to reach something, and I don't know. I don't think we are perfect. There are people that are really mean. They have bad intention, and they want something, and they will put you to this thing, but you won't see anything because you believe that person, because this person has a physique or a word or something that is like hypnotizing you, and you don't see anything. Imagine that the government was like that. I mean, many people know that. Many people into the States, the United States, know that. Before the French people, maybe because of 9/11. French people should think about that, about the liars they met in their life, the perverse people they met in their life, how they acted, how they gave them their confidence without thinking about the consequences, without thinking a minute this person was a liar. So this is totally possible, because a person can fall into this trap, and the government has a tool that is really perfect to make all the people, or many people, fall into that trap. And this is a trap, because if you see the fruits, because this is what it is about, to see the fruits. What are the fruits? Guys, I'm sorry, but there are no fruits, or they are terribly rotten. We had time to see that. I mean, this is all about peace and security, but in real this is all about wars and insecurity. You say you give something, but we always have the opposite. So those people appear very, very smart, and they never get angry. They always have the smile. The fruits of this country are unseen. The fruits of the world are rotten. I mean, our gardeners are really bad gardeners. So we have to regain our nature. We are talking about our future. They want a cyber world, a metallic world. I don't know why. Maybe they try to change the human being to go where they're going now, to make bionic beings. So they are destroying our seeds because maybe those beings need other seeds, other nutriments. I don't know, but those people are killing our nature by many means. We have to think about that. The animals are ill-treated all the time. We can't go on like that, pretending that we are growing ups and treating nature like that. This is totally awful what is happening. This is totally hypocrisy, and I am fed up with that. I am so fed up. This is not about a culture. This is about humanity, about all together against people that want to kill us by many manners. And proof are there. They kill our seed, they prefer our child. I repeat, because this is crazy. They prefer our child to smoke petrolific soap. I don't know what they put in it. The thing you put on shoes and powder to kill rats. And this is crazy what is in this stuff. And the young people are smoking that, not only from the suburbs of these people we put in the 60s, but many young people are smoking this. And on the other side you have this plant that is curing, that is having virtue, that is recognized in many countries, many states now in the USA for their properties of curing. This government is here, head really high, and pretending to be here for our security, and they let do that. They refuse to legalize cannabis. They refuse at the last to permit the doctor to prescribe it. No, they use, how could I say, they use cells from the laboratories they made from the cannabis. So this is it. They prohibited it, and now they are coming with synthetic stuff to replace the cannabis. And this is how it's going to go. I think there is a man that had made a e-cigarette here with a substance from the cannabis, and they make pills, they make stuff like that. This is how they do. They don't let us use the natural of earth. They want that it passes through the laboratories and then we eat it, but it's no good for our health. This is not how we were born to be. We were born to eat differently. We were born to be cured differently with nature. So they denature that. They are denaturing that, and they are proof. They are proof with seeds, with the fact that they don't recognize naturopathy, that they don't recognize, as we call, soft medicines. They give shit to our children better than the plant, and so on and so on. When you do that, what you are doing, I mean, they are not talking about that on TV. And people don't have the time to go and search after their work. So this is like, this is passing like, you know, like a carpet, no problem, it's gliding. So it's enough now. It's enough. Those people are building a horror, and we have to stop them. We have to stop them. So you go into the street, guys. Go into the street. But go into the street to enter the building and to stop them. All of them. The TV, the people in the government, all those people are not your friends. You say it. Those people are here for you. But they are not here for you. They are constantly betraying you. All the time they are betraying you. They are not on your side. And all the people that have tried to warn you have died because they killed them. And you know that there are many famous artists that have been killed. A sacrifice, I said exactly. Many years ago, some historic things happened, and I noticed that it was repeating today. And so I simply deduct that a sacrifice would happen. I admit I thought of Dieudonné first. I thought that Dieudonné would be killed. There are many other examples that show that those persons don't care for us. They don't really care about us like a person sang. They don't care about us. They are living in a palace with this gold everywhere. Their chairs are in gold. Those people don't care. If I was president, I would make melt all this. You see what I mean? What is this? Those people are plus insects, because we know that they are in groups of cavalry where a person like you and me can see what is happening, and they are consequently dangerous, because when you are a government and you pretend that the people are sovereign, you don't govern and at the same time entering a circle hidden to these sovereign people. This is not going together. People, things are logical. You don't have to be an A degree or A++ or many years of studies to be logical. Any one of them, I mean, there is not one of them that have the intention to help you, to secure you, to see your children grow well. This is impossible. This is impossible. When you put a man in trial because he tries to save ancient seeds, and you give fade tomatoes or fruits that have no taste anymore to people every day, and say, hey, eat 5 fruits and vegetables. Oh yeah, give me your shit to eat. What are you doing? What are you doing when you do that? This is logical. I don't know if people don't want to be logical and say that this is maybe difficult for them. This is difficult to them to think that they are betrayed. But if you don't react, people, I mean, your children, maybe the children after your children will be robots, you know, and they will like it, because this is the plot. They will like it. So I guess it's time to react. There are solutions. People have proposed solutions on internet that are reliable. So we can now stop with those people from a manner or another. But we have now to unite for something really, really true. You know, because this is totally twisted. Being in the street for free speech, when those people in front of you, this government that is in a round table now to discuss about those 2 people that are in the nature. They are there around the table like if we were beginning a world war. Those people don't like you, and I think I am not the first to say it to you. So the question is, do you love your children? Or are you going to go on with this lie with them? They tried to make a revolution of us, but we didn't do it. I think our subconscious know how it is a trap to make a revolution in the blood. If we make a revolution, it is not this time. I hope it will be against the persons that deserve this. Charlie Hebdo is a story that is totally driven, like it was a war or something. Those people are going to meet, and I don't know what they are talking about, because it is like something is about to happen. You don't do that when there's only 2 persons. Or they want to make people believe that we are in danger, there is really a terrorist attack that is preparing. Or this is theater, or something is happening. I mean, even Sarkozy is here. What Sarkozy is doing here? This is totally crazy. What is happening? I don't understand. I just don't understand what is happening. They are doing stuff for that. Maybe I'm unconscious, maybe this is normal, maybe when 2 people are killing 12 people, you make as if there was a war. I don't know. Do all those people need to come and meet and talk about this stuff? There is work in this country, and what is happening? I don't know. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. The TV doesn't stop a minute to talk about that, and the people are making their discourse, blah, 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 blah. Allez-y, blah, blah, blah. This is totally amazing. This is sci-fi. This is sci-fi, and I wish, and I pray from the bottom of my heart that all those people would fall. This is maybe the only wish I have on this planet, that all those people fall. all those people fall because their masks have fallen. And now this is like people choose their camp. So they are the people in the street and they're the people that are not in the street, because not all the people are in the street, but there are a lot of people in the street. I hope people abroad will stop doing that stuff, because this is hypocrisy, okay? Some people would say that I am a fool. I'm used to that, so you can go on. There is no problem. But others, I kiss you and I say you good luck, and I wish you a very, very Merry 2015. Bye bye. Thank you.